Y'all doing out there? Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Easy Work Box. I'm about to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Thank y'all for tuning in. No bias talk, no racism. Got to go in on Mr. Canelo Alvarez. Now, the reason I'm making this video is on some real shit. I'm on Facebook, groups, about boxing and you always see these little memes of them saying that Canelo Alvarez was young, he was a kid, he was an infant, he was a baby when he fought Floyd Mayweather. But, I had to sit up and I thought about it one day, the other night, and I mentioned it in a video, so I had to make a video about it today. And, it's real sad and pathetic to keep hearing that excuse. Canelo Alvarez turned professional when he was, 15 years old, probably 12, or, the way they want to add on to his legacy. He probably started fighting when he was 12, but actually 15 years old, this young man decided to be a professional fighter, which means he was beating up on grown men ass since he was 15 years old. I guess Canelo, when he got to the age of 24, uh, 24, 23, that's when he decided that he couldn't wait no longer to be the king, and he wanted to go out there and take Mayweather off his throne, even with his manager and team doing stupid shit like trying to put him at a catch weight to beat Floyd Mayweather. He couldn't wait for Floyd to get off his seat. Like I said, Canelo Alvarez would have still been undefeated if he would have never tried to take Floyd's spot. He was coming up good. He was on the undercards. Everybody knew him. But he had Oscar De La Hoya in his ear preaching to him, I believe you can beat Floyd Mayweather ass. And Oscar De La Hoya sent you out there and you got your ass whooped. But it didn't come from unexperience. Why people want to keep saying inexperience is why Canelo, he was green. No, the fuck he wasn't. Canelo was fighting grown motherfucking men since he was 15 years old up until he met the right grown man. All right, so to cut the bullshit. I get on Facebook, I see the memes, and he fought a baby. They put a picture of Canelo when he was 8 years old versus Floyd. Come on, man, cut that bullshit out. He lost. He lost. He been fighting grown men. He almost got his ass knocked out by one of them Cottos. They say it's Miguel Cotto, younger brother or some shit. But he stood his ground. He fought that and won. But stop saying that when he got to Floyd Mayweather, this boy was green. The boy had been fighting 7, damn near 8 years already. He turned pro at fucking 15. How y'all keep saying that he won? And then just look at it. Make it whatever. Look, it really made Floyd was smaller. Floyd was smaller, coming from a smaller weight class. You outweighed him, and he still lost. But they try to go around the way, And this kid said he was born ready. Remember at the press conference, I'm born ready. I ain't born ready. And he went out there and got his ass whooped. People want to keep saying Floyd Mayweather made him come at it. They offered to fight the Floyd at a catch weight. You think Floyd could have sent them a contract and said, hey, let's offer you we want to fight you at a catch weight, Canelo. Oscar would have turned that shit down. They just believed in Canelo hype so much, and Canelo couldn't wait to get the seat so bad that they were like, yeah, I think I can beat him. Come on, let's make the fight. And you went out there and you got your ass whooped. Oh yeah, this is a good fact. What'd you say, legend? Bro, this dude fought a 40-year-old Mosley before Floyd. So how the fuck was he not ready yet? He was not ready for Mosley, who's in the same era. Exactly. That's why I made this video, because I'm getting sick and tired of them goddamn excuses saying that this man wasn't ready or he wasn't in his prime when he was a professional at 15 fighting grown men for 7, 8 years. So how he wasn't ready? Jose Cotto nearly watched him. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Jose Cotto. I watched that. They say he almost got knocked out. He had 40-ish fights and beat Austin Trout too when he weighed in at 153 and rehydrated to 172 pounds for a 154 title fight. God damn. He's supposed to have been at 160 years ago. Yeah, Yeah, born ready to duck. You right, Abram. How y'all doing? Thank everybody for tuning in. Born ready to duck. And people must understand it's not because I'm black, because people like, oh, you guys hate Canelo because he's running the face of he's a sport of boxing right now. He's Mexican. No, I don't. I don't care about him being Mexican. It has nothing to do with it. But let's just be real about the shit. Canelo be out here doing bullshit, basically. Could never be out here doing bullshit and stop making them excuses for him because he is the face of boxing right now and he the cash cow. He wasn't no little boy when he fought Floyd. He was a grown ass man that decided he wanted to take somebody's seat and he wasn't ready to take the seat. And Floyd beat his ass on national TV and embarrassed him for trying to come at him too early. That's what happened. That's all that happened. It wasn't no goddamn, it wasn't no setup or nothing like that. He let Oscar De La Hoya get in his ear. You're young, you're strong. And I almost beat him. I could give you the blueprint. How you give a motherfucker a blueprint when you didn't make one your goddamn self when you lost? What blueprint do you have to beat somebody? And you lost. I could give you the blueprint. I have the blueprint to beat him. How? And you lost. That's the dumbest shit in the world. And that's all happened to it. So please stop running around here lying to me. Some Canelo was a little boy and he wasn't ready. He was ready. He said he was born ready. And he went out there and he got his ass whooped. That's all that happened. Every time you look on Facebook and them meet me groups, and I mean on them boxing groups, you see somebody that posted, well, Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather when he was 9 years old, so it don't count. It count. There wasn't no 9-year-old on national TV out there getting his ass whooped that I seen cry in that dressing room. That wasn't no 9-year-old. That was a 23-year-old grown-ass man who thought he could take this man's spot and couldn't wait. Just think about it. If he could have waited, y'all, Canelo would still be undefeated to this day. If he just would have set his little cinnamon, Scottish Mexican looking ass down somewhere, he would have been undefeated, face of boxing, undisputed. But he couldn't do it. Listen to Oscar. That's why he hate Oscar. That's why he don't like Oscar De La Hoya no more. I'm telling y'all, that's why he can't stand motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya no more. Because he know Oscar De La Hoya sent him in there young and stupid. And he ain't see, Oscar didn't tell him the truth. That's what pissed him off. Oscar told him about that old shit, and he's old, he's old. You can beat him, Canelo. He didn't tell him this bitch can outthink goddamn, he can outthink Albert Einstein when it comes to boxing. He ain't tell him that. And he sent that boy in there. He got his ass ate up, and he can't stand Oscar De La Hoya to this day because he know Oscar De La Hoya fucked his name up when he sent him out there to fight Floyd. And I ain't saying but bullshit. Canelo literally cried after Floyd beat him up. If you look at the Mayweather Canelo epilogue, you'll see that what's the dude name? This the dude who I said Canelo should have started his own promotional company with. What's his name? God damn, Richard Schaefer. Richard Schaefer walked him in the back, and Canelo back there crying and shit. And he put his hand on Canelo. He was like, he the best. That's why he number one. That's why he number one. He was back there crying about that ass whoop. He was really hurt. I mean, he said that though himself personally. Came back from it, took over the sport. He is the man right now, but people got to look past the facade. He people criticize Floyd, but Canelo is a Floyd times 10 and worse. He's a Floyd times 10 and worse. At least Floyd, you know what I'm saying? Look at the catalog of the fighters he went out fighting. You know what I'm saying? Besides Andre Berto. Nah. Be real, that Andre Berto fight, I don't know what the fuck was going on. But hey, when you leave out, you done fought everybody who they wanted you to beat, bro. Everybody who they said you ran from and didn't fight, Floyd beat him. You could knock his resume, you could knock how he did it all you want, but at the end of the day, every fighter that they wanted that they said he couldn't beat, he beat their ass. Every fighter we wanted him to see, and let's remember this the most of all, because it's some bullshit that they be talking about with Floyd. Floyd fought all those fighters at the same age bracket he was. So this washed up fighting shit, he waited till they was old shit. He was just the same, around the same age as they was, or older, or younger, and he still beat them. So give a man his credit, quit motherfucking hey. But I just get sick and tired of every time I look on Facebook, I have to see that the memes or Canelo said the floor fight don't count because he wasn't a prime fighter. He didn't know what was going on. Yes, he did. He knew what he was getting to. He knew what was going to happen to his ass. Nobody rehydrates almost 2 stone, dude. They always make excuses for Canelo. Exactly, bro. The niggas act like, he said, them niggas act like he didn't weight drain 7 fighters. Hell, this nigga, the only middleweight I know that made his own catchweight division. His own catchweight division at 155. And remember, he tried to drain Triple G. Weak ass nigga. And then they get mad when you tell the truth about this nigga. He is the truth. Bro, Bud is ducking boots now. Now, Bomac is saying boxing is a business. He said Buds need to rest. Well, when I see that, I ain't heard that interview yet. When I see that, I'm going to have to go in. I haven't seen that video yet, though. But ain't no resting, Bud. Ain't no waiting on no Keith Thurman. Ain't none of that shit. We know ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. But if boots up niggas, boots up niggas. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? I think it's best to go on fight Boots right now, get Boots on out the way. I think they need to fight Boots. They ain't got no choice but to fight Boots. They ain't like what they gonna do, run? Somebody gonna have to get that boy his title shot regardless. But you know, I just wanted to get on, like I said once before, man. Y'all show you some love on Cash App, PayPal. Y'all go subscribe to the channel, go to the description. Everything is in the description. I just had to talk about this because I get sick and tired of hearing about Canelo. Canelo was ready, and Canelo was young, and he was a baby. He was drinking milk, and yeah, you know, all that bullshit. When this boy said on TV he was born ready. They was talking about how he was knocking out sparring partners when he was training for Floyd and all this shit. And then he go out there and get embarrassed, and now he was weight drained, even though he offered to be weight drained because he wanted that spot so bad. But, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. You know, but like I said, if he could have waited, his stats would be very good right now, even though he beat a weight class full of white European fighters with no power. But he's still undisputed. I give him credit for that. You know, he accomplished more than Floyd. He accomplished that when Floyd Mayweather didn't. But at the end of the day, we must understand he lost to Floyd. Just let it go. It don't matter about the age. I just broke it down to you the best way for you to stop making that damn excuse. He lost. He was experienced. He just couldn't outsmart and beat Floyd. It's Easy Work Boxing. Thank y'all for y'all time, y'all love, and y'all support. I'm out. Please leave your comments and subscribe to the channel in the description. I'm out.